I think peer mental health, I don't even know if anybody's coined that term, but fuck it, I'm gonna coin it. Peer mental health is definitely a thing because we all in college. Like, therapy ain't cheap. Even though, we have all these resources on MSU's campus, that still isn't enough. I guess a cost-efficient way for everybody to mentally check is, like, hit up your friends, hit up that person you haven't seen in a while. I deal with a form of depression that's, like, happy-go-lucky depression, as I call it. Like, I could sit here and be, like, just chopping it up and be happy as hell, chilling with my friends, taking pics, taking trips. But then when I'm alone, I'm, like, having some of the darkest thoughts I ever have. We just got to check up on people because I think I seen on social media at one point somebody said their like brother or uncle or something killed himself, and he was like reaching his goals, working out, going out with his friends, happy. Like, you would be like, why would somebody like that kill themselves? Because you never know the battles that they're facing when they're alone. So,
well, to what extent though, like, will peer mental health be considered, I guess, like a valid thing? Because sometimes, like, it's hard to, like I said, pour from an empty cup. Like, if I'm already dealing with something, when is it my time, I guess, to check on one of my friends or make sure, like, one of my friends are mentally stable if I'm already dealing with a lot? Because a lot of us in college, we deal with, like, these milestones together, like, whether that be finals or trying to pass or deciding if we gonna go out or stay in and study. So, like, I feel like a lot of those, like, stresses, like, all hit us around the same, like, season in a sense. So, like, when is it enough, or, like, when is it valid to actually have that peer mental health, like, check system to make sure that your peer is straight?
it's kind of hard to do. Each person has to kind of do it on their own, but I can only speak from my perspective. Like, when I think, like, I'll be like, all right, I ain't hit up Lamont, or I ain't hit up Will, or I ain't hit up Malik in a while, or they just thought cross my mind. Like, sometimes, like, I text somebody that I haven't talked to in weeks or months. I'm like, yo, what's up? Just seeing how you doing. You cross my mind. Like, and then I know, like, I'm glad you said that because I'm like that too. I'm like, well, I'm dealing with my own issues. How can I help somebody who's going through similar situations to me or worse situations if I can't even help my damn self? So it's just like, it's kind of just like knowing how to balance everything because you don't want to take on other people's problems and make it your own, but you still want to be a good friend, a good human being, and check up on them. So just kind of creating that balance, like giving them resources, affordable resources, or just simply talking to them. Because when I go through stuff, I'm like, dang, just a simple conversation sometimes. So you never know what simple form of communication will help somebody. Somebody could be thinking about killing themselves, and you just saying hi might change their whole perspective and make them actually want to live. So you never know.
Yeah.
I say more so just doing it on the regular. Like, there's not a specific set, if they checked up on me 3 times, I should check up on them now. Just last week, a mentor I haven't spoke to in a while had, texted me talking about, how you doing? I was like, I'm cool, I'm smooth. The normal answer everybody give. But then she was like, no, how are you doing emotionally and mentally? When she asked that kind of switches things up. Now I'm like, all right, let me tell her what's actually going on. And I appreciated that. It's not my responsibility to, she checked on me, now I check back on her. But it is my responsibility to make sure that as her friend, she's all right too. So
I agree with that. It's something like I've been learning more to practice this past year and a half-ish as a skill. It's just like actively listening and listening to understand. And I think that's really important because it's those follow-up questions that make the difference. Even if it's not that same day you're having a conversation, but maybe it's just like 2 to 3 days later, like, hey, like, how is everything going with this? Are you feeling any better about it? Or were you able to find some of those resources that I handed you the other day? Follow-up shows, you're empathetic to their situation, you care.
that's real. I ain't gonna lie, I'm bad at the shit. I am. Like I be going through my own so much. And I'm like, I ain't got time.
Yeah, you are bad at it. I ain't even gonna lie.
I am. I know.
Yeah.
If I see you in person, I'm like, what's good? How you been? All lively and whatnot. But over texting, I really just be minding my business and doing my own thing.
Right, but I think that even ties into mental health. Like, if you know how your friend is, like, you can't hold that against them because then you're going to be going crazy. Like, I can't expect my friend who, who's not, I guess, like, the most follow-up type of person who gonna ask me all these questions. So I can't put that on them to be that person because that's not who they are. I feel like sometimes with mental health, like, you gotta really know you got to really understand the environment that you in, because I feel like mental health also is triggered, or I'm sorry, not triggered, but like more so like influenced by the environment that you in too. Because like Sharif was saying, he could be happy as hell right now talking to all of us, and then like when he leave here, it's like, you know, I'm not feeling like the best mood.
Right.
But then you got people on the other hand who around people, and they still not happy, and they want that attention because it's like they don't get that attention often, or they feel like the group that they're around, that's who they need to be validated by, in a sense. So sometimes I feel like even with like the essence of knowing how your circle is, like, and being a pure, I guess, mental health checker, or if that's what we gonna call it, like, you gotta know how your friend is, because sometimes they either not gonna say nothing or they gonna show you behaviors and stuff like that. So like, to me, it's really important, like, that we even know exactly who it is that we dealing with, because you can't put certain stuff on people. You know what I'm saying?
And on the flip side, that person should also acknowledge that, you know, my friends are looking out for me. Maybe I should, or at least that's how I feel. At least that they should acknowledge, all right, I don't reach out enough. Maybe I should at least make that effort to try and check up on people.
Yeah.